Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 2009-10 hockey season replay. Block 21 tonight finds us at the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado for a game of Inside the Crease Hockey between the Colorado Avalanche and the Anaheim Ducks. And once again, I seem to have forgotten a pen, so bear with me while I go get one. One of these days, I'm just going to learn to leave a pen in here. Anyway, we're jumping in, as we do with all of these Inside the Crease games, in the third period. Tonight, Colorado is leading 2-1 in the third period. Looking at the standings, we've got the Avalanche in third place in the Northwest Division at 37 points, currently not a playoff team. The Anaheim Ducks are the same 37 points, but they're in the last place in the Pacific Division. Not a playoff team either. So we'll see what happens as the season progresses. We are in the replay. It is December 21st, 2009. Actually, it's December 22nd, 2009. So getting it near to the Christmas break. But let's see what happens in this one. Face-offs right now are +2 to Anaheim. So let's drop the puck and see what happens in the third period. That will go over to Niedermeyer, and Anaheim's off with it. Anaheim is starting on the power play. That will go over to Whitney. Interception at the center and left wing defense greater than or equal to 11. Gagliardi is the only one of those. He's a 5. A 39 for Whitney on the power play. That's an assist chance. He is setting up Getzlaff with a 38. That'll be a shot 1 against Anderson. An 88 on a shot 1. Anderson will drop that off. And that will be... Actually, he'll hold on to that, get the face-off. We'll take that face-off to the right of Anderson. +5 to the left wing. That'll be Gagliardi, and we're off for Colorado. He will pass that over to Clark. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 2. Perry is a 3. He will have that, and he'll have it for Anaheim. That'll get passed over to Whitney. Interception at the center and left wing defense greater than or equal to 8. Gagliardi is a 5. 23 on the power play. He's going to make a pass. And that'll move over to Bolesky. 19 minutes left to play. That'll get passed over to Perry. Loose puck of the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 8. Clark is a 3. An 11 on the power play. Ooh, that's a shot 4 against Anderson. 52 on a shot 4. That'll be a save made, and Anderson will hold on to get the face-off. There's Anaheim trying to make something happen on the power play here. That will go over to Whitney for Anaheim, and we're off. That'll get passed over to Niedermeyer. Interception of the center and left wing's defense greater than or equal to 10. Gagliardi is a 5 once again. 27 on the power play. He's going to make a pass, and that'll move over to Whitney. Penalty is now over to Colorado as the Avs kill the penalty off. That'll get passed up to Perry. Forced dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 6. Gagliardi is a 3. 29, that'll be a pass. And that'll move over to Bolesky. 18 minutes to play, and we've got line changes. Bolesky will make his move with the puck, and then he'll get off the ice. That will get passed over to Eminger. Forced dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 1. It is a 4. So that'll get dumped in. That'll be a puck battle, offensive right wing versus defensive left D +1. With the +1, making it a tie, home team wins ties. Comiskey will have the puck for Colorado. 17:40 to play. That'll get passed over to Wilson. Loose puck if the left D's hit is greater than or equal to 3. Wisniewski is a 3. That'll be a loose puck. And that'll be Wisniewski chasing that, or grabbing that after the hit. Passing over to Eminger. Forced dumping if the left wing defense is greater than or equal to 7. Wolski is a 2. 35. Eminger will make a pass. And that'll move up to Koivu. 17 minutes to play. Getting passed over to Ryan. Force dumping if the lefties' defense is greater than or equal to 4. Comiskey is a 4. That's going to get dumped in. Wilson will chase the puck down for Colorado. Passing over to Comiskey. Force dumping if the righties' defense is greater than or equal to 2. Eminger is a 4, so that'll get dumped in. And that'll be Eminger chasing the puck down. Passing up to Lupul. Force dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 2. Stewart is a 2. That'll get dumped in. And it'll be a puck battle, visiting center versus home center. Koivu will have that for Anaheim, but now we've got line changes. No, that's my defensive pairings. Let me just make sure Solani is... Okay, he's a third liner. Koivu's still got the puck. He will get off the ice as usual once he makes his move with it. That'll get passed over to Sexton. Koivu will get off the ice. Interception of the right wing and righties' defense greater than or equal to 12. Hayduk and Hannon are a 10, close but no cigar. 19 will be a shot one against Anderson with a 95, and that'll get dropped off. That'll be the center picking that up for Colorado. O'Reilly with it. 15:40 to play. That'll get passed over to Foot. Penalty if the righties' penalty is greater than or equal to 2. Boynton is a 5. A 1 at even strength. That's going to be a shot 0 against Hiller. A 1 is a rebound. Offensive right wing, Hayduk with a 3. That'll be a shot 5 against Hiller. 3 and score! Milan Hayduk makes Hiller go cold, but more importantly, he opens up a 3-1 lead for Colorado. Arena cheers. Yay! Let's see, that was from Foot, who had the shot that started the rebound, and Hayduk was the one who scored, so I only flip over one card for the assist, provided I can follow the flow of play. So now, Colorado off to a 3-1 lead. Face-off will come back to center ice. Face-offs are +3 to Colorado, so we'll drop the puck. +1 will keep it with McLeod for the Avs, and we're off and running. That'll go over to Foot. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 2. Solani is a 1. 29 for Foot. He's going to make a pass. And that'll go over to Hannon. Ticking off more time. That'll get passed over to McLeod. Takeaway if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 8. Boynton is a 3. 21 for McLeod. That's going to be a giveaway. Left wing break greater than or equal to 10. Sexton is a 3. So no breakaway for Sexton. 14:40 to play. That'll get passed over to Boynton. Penalty if the lefty's penalty is greater than or equal to 3. Foot is a 3. That'll be a 41st. That'll be an assist chance. Setting up Solani with a 19. Uh-oh, that's a shot 4 on Anderson. 92. That'll get dropped off, except that'll get touched up. And now we'll check the penalty on... Who was it on? It was on Foot. That's right. 14. Foot's going off on a minor penalty. He's going off for hooking. Power play here for Anaheim. They need this power play because they are down 2. They need to get something going here. Face-offs are +2 to Anaheim. That'll go over to Marchant. And we're off. Passed over to Brookbank. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 6. There is no center. 3 on the power play is going to be a shot 0 on Anderson. 12 on a shot 0 is a rebound chance. Defensive right wing, Hayduk with the puck for Colorado. Just in time for line changes. Hayduk with it here for Colorado. That'll get passed over to Hayduk. Will hold on to that. Take is greater than or equal to 7 for the center. Nokolanen's a 3. A 20. That's going to get sent the length of the ice. And that'll be Whitney picking that up, and Hayduk will get off the ice. 13:40 to play. Passing over to Niedermeyer. Anaheim trying to do something with his power play. Penalty if the right wing. Penalty greater than or equal to 4. Tucker's a 3. 15 on the power play. That's going to be a giveaway. Except that's actually going to sail out of play. That'll catch a stick somewhere. That'll go into the bench, and we'll have a face-off. We'll bring that back out to center ice, leaning into the Colorado zone. Face-offs remain +1 to Anaheim, which a +9 will pull that over to Comiskey for the Avs, and we're off. Passing, he'll hold on to that. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 2. Whitney is a 2. He'll jar that puck loose. And on a loose puck, offensive center versus defensive left D. That'll be Niedermeyer, as there is no center right now for the Avs. That'll get passed up to Chipchura. Interception if the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 11. Tucker and Wilson are a 7. 40 is an assist chance. Uh-oh. That'll get passed over to Nokalainen with a 35. That'll be a shot 0 against Anderson. 75 on a shot 0. Anderson will make the save, and rather than take a chance with a bouncing puck, he's going to just freeze it, get the whistle. Face-offs are still +1 to Anaheim. The +7 will pull that over to Durno, and we're off just in time for the penalty to Colorado to end. That'll get passed down to Comiskey. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 3. Brown is a 2. 22 for Comiskey. He's going to make a pass, and that'll move over to Wilson. 12:20 to play. That'll get passed back to Comiskey. Interception if the center and left wing's defense greater than or equal to 12. They're a 4. 3 is going to be a shot 2 for Comiskey against Hiller. 13 on a shot 2. That's a rebound. Home right wing. Tucker's got it with a 37. That'll be a shot 2 on Hiller. 57 on a shot 2. Hiller will make the save. He'll freeze that. He'll get the face-off. We'll take that face-off to the left of Hiller. And here comes the drop of the puck. Face-offs are +1 to Anaheim. That'll go over to Niedermeyer for now, but we've got line changes. Niedermeyer will, of course, make his move with the puck, and then he'll get off the ice. That'll get passed up to Perry. Niedermeyer will get off the ice. Center, if the interception of the center and right wing's defense greater than or equal to 8. Stastny and Jones are a 5. 20 for Perry. That's going to be a shot 1 on Anderson. 96 on a shot 1. That'll get dropped off. And that'll be Foote picking that up for Colorado. Taking off more time. Passed over to Jones. Takeaway if the left wing's take is greater than or equal to 5. Bolesky's a 2. 40 is going to be an assist chance for Jones. He's making a great pass. Setting up Foote with a 6. That'll be a shot 0 for Foote. 29 on a shot 0. That's a rebound. Visiting center, Getzlaff will have that for Anaheim. 11:20 to play. Passing over to Eminger. Penalty if the lefty's penalty is greater than or equal to 1. Foote is a 3. 37, though, he's going to make a pass. That'll get touched up, so we'll check the penalty on Foote. 25 plus the opponent if the opposing penalty is 1 or higher. Wisniewski's a 2, so we're going to have matching minors for holding the stick. So both teams will go without centers, and we'll have 4-on-4 hockey here for 2 minutes. That makes face-offs +1 to Colorado. And that'll pull it over to Quincy for the Avs, and we're off once again. Taking off time, that'll get passed up to Jones. Interception of the left wing and lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 9. They're a 5. 38, Jones with an assist chance. He's making a great pass. Setting up Clark with an 8. That'll be a shot 2 on Hiller. A 36 on a shot 2 is a rebound chance. Offensive center, actually neither center, so that's going to sail out of play for a face-off. We'll take that back at center ice. Plus, face-offs are +1 to Colorado, so +5 will pull that over to Perry for Anaheim, and we're off once again. That'll get passed down to Boynton. Loose puck if the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Clark is a 3. 14 for Boynton. He's going to make a pass. He'll move that over to Brookbank. 10:20 to play. That'll get passed back over to Boynton. Loose puck if the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Gagliardi is a 3. 2 is going to be a shot 2 against Anderson. A 9 on a shot 2. And rebound. Offensive center versus defensive lefty plus 2. That'll be over to Clark. And we'll have line changes. Comiskey, as usual, will wait until he makes his move with the puck to get off the ice. And we'll find out what that move is now. That'll get passed over to Wilson. Penalty if the lefty's penalty is greater than or equal to 6. Wait a minute, are we on the right pairings here? Oh, right. The first pairing for Colorado started off the ice. That's right. I remember what happened now. This is a little bit screwy. Niedermeyer's a 2, so no penalty. 5 is going to be a shot 0 against Hiller. A 22 on a shot 0. That's a rebound chance. Offensive right wing versus defensive right D plus 1. Because of home team, Stewart will have the rebound with a 39. That'll be a shot 1 on Hiller. 95 on a shot 1. That's going to get dropped off. And that'll be Ryan coming back and picking that up for Anaheim. 9:40 to play. Passing over to Whitney. Interception of the center and left wing's defense greater than or equal to 5. Wolski's a 2. 7. That'll be a shot 1 against Anderson. 32 on a shot 1. Rebound chance. Offensive right D versus defensive right D plus 1. Because of home team once again, that will be Wilson for Colorado. We'll tick off time and end the 4-on-4. So now both teams are back to full strength. That'll get passed up to Wolski. Interception of the right wing and right D's defense greater than or equal to 6. Ryan and Whitney are a 6. That will be Lupul making the interception, and I'm going to grab the other deck, which I've got off shot. Ticking off time. That'll get passed down to Whitney. Penalty if any defender penalty greater than or equal to 20. Duchesne does have a 27 on minor, so we'll be checking him in a second. 25 is going to be a pass, so that'll get touched up. Then we'll check the penalty on Duchesne. 1 plus a minor if major. So that's going to be a minor penalty on Duchesne. He will be going off for hooking. And Anaheim trying to make something happen on this power play. Faceoffs are plus 3 to Anaheim for 2 minutes. While the teams get situated for the faceoff, I will mention that tomorrow night's Block 22 will be back in Stratomatic Hockey, and we will be at the Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, into Canada's capital, as the Montreal Canadiens will be taking on the Ottawa Senators in Stratomatic Hockey. So Stratomatic Hockey tomorrow night, Canadiens, Senators. But before we get there, we have to see how this game ends. Faceoffs, as I mentioned, are plus 3 to Anaheim. A plus 6 will bring that over to Foote, and we're off once again. That'll get passed up to Wolski. Penalty if the center's penalty is greater than or equal to 3. Koivu's a 2. 23 is going to be an assist chance for Wolski, shorthanded. Setting up Foote with a 10. That'll be a shot 0. 46. Hiller will make the save. He will freeze it. He'll get the face-off. Anaheim needs to do something on this power play. Face-offs remain plus 3 to Anaheim. That'll go over to Koivu as the Ducks are running out of time. That'll get passed down to Whitney. Takeaway if the lefties take is greater than or equal to 6. Foote's a 2. 30 is going to be a pass by Whitney, as he'll move that over to Lupul. 8 minutes to play, and we've got line changes once again. All right. That'll get passed over to Marchand. Interception if the left D and right D defense greater than or equal to 11. Clark and Hannon are an 8. 10 on the power play. That's going to be a shot 2 for Marchand against Anderson. A 50 on a shot 2. Anderson will make the save. He'll hold on, get the face-off. Fans here at the Ball Arena are happy with what they see tonight. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little bit of Thursday night hockey here on the channel. Let's see how the face-off goes. +2 to Anaheim. McLeod gets kicked out. Face-offs are still +2 to Anaheim. Now Marchand gets kicked out. Face-offs remain +2 to Anaheim. Solani will step in to take the draw. He will win the draw, and that'll be over to Solani for Anaheim. Passing over to Eminger. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 7. McLeod is a 7, actually. Wow. He will jar that puck loose with a bone-jarring check. And that'll actually sail out of play and for a face-off. Face-offs remain +2 to Anaheim. That'll pull it over to Lupul, and Anaheim with one last chance to make something happen on the power play. That'll get passed over to Eminger. Penalty if any defender's penalty is greater than or equal to 16. Clark is a 28, so we'll take him. 19 on the power play. That's going to be a pass. That'll get touched up. And a 13 means Clark is going off for 2 minutes. He's going off for unsportsmanlike conduct. Probably taunting. We've got 5-on-3 hockey for another shift. Face-offs are +2 to Anaheim still. +6, that'll go over to Hayduk. And we're off and running as the first penalty is over for Colorado. They're still shorthanded, though. That'll get past. Hayduk will hold on to that. Take away if the left wing take is greater than or equal to 2. Lupul is a 3. He will take that puck away. 6:40 to play here in the third. Passing over to Solani. Take away if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 4. Quincy's a 3. 25, that'll be a shot. Actually, 25 is going to be a shot 4 on the power play. Solani has got a shot 4 on Anderson. 25 on a shot 4, that's a rebound chance. Offensive center versus defensive center +4. Even without the +4, O'Reilly will have that for Colorado. 6:20 to play. That'll get past. O'Reilly will hold on to that. Interception if the lefty and right D's defense greater than or equal to 10. They're an 8. 37 is going to get sent the length of the ice. And Lupul will track that down for Anaheim, just in time for us to have another set of line changes with 6 minutes to go here in the third. Lupul, as usual, will wait until he makes his move with the puck to get off the ice. That'll get passed over to Brookbank. Lupul will get off the ice. Takeaway if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 5. Wilson's a 3. 11 for Brookbank on the power play. That's going to be a giveaway. No break for the center. Hendricks will have that for Colorado, though. 5:40 to play. Passing over to Foot. Penalty if any defender penalty greater than or equal to 25. Nokolanen's a 35, so we'll use him. 14. That's going to be sent the length of the ice. That'll get touched up. So going with Nokalainen. 27, he is going to go off for holding. Anaheim can ill afford. Sorry about that, folks. I tripped over the cord that I've got running up to my continuous battery and managed to unplug it. So where was I? Oh yes, we were just checking the penalty. I think the 27 said Nokalainen was going off. He's going off for holding. As I was saying, Anaheim picking a very bad time to start having penalty trouble. We'll bring the face-off back to center ice. Face-offs are +2 to Colorado. That'll get pulled over to Hendricks. And we're off and running as Colorado now finds themselves on the power play. That'll get passed over to Durno. Force dumping if the right wing defense greater than or equal to 6. Brown is a 2. 34 on the power play. That's going to be a pass for Durno. That'll get moved over to Tucker. Avs are starting to go into clock kill mode. Tucker with it now for Colorado. That'll get passed over to Wilson. Penalty if the left wing penalty greater than or equal to 7. Sexton is a 1. A 9 on the power play. That's going to be a giveaway for Wilson. No break for the right wing. Brown will have that for Anaheim. Passing over to Sexton. Interception of the right wing and right D's defense greater than or equal to 5. Wilson and Tucker are a 5. That'll be the right D. Wilson intercepting that pass, trying to get out of the zone. Ticking down time again. That'll get passed up to Tucker. Penalty if the left wing penalty greater than or equal to 5. Sexton's a 1. 24 on the power play. That's going to be a pass. That'll move over to Hendricks. 4 minutes to play in the period, and once again, we've got line changes. Okay. Anaheim killing the penalty off, but they need to make headway here, and fast. That'll get passed over to Clark. Force dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Perry's a 2. 28 on the power play. Clark's going to make a pass. That'll move up to Hendricks. We'll tick off time as Anaheim kills the penalty off. That'll get passed over to Clark. Penalty if the right D's penalty is greater than or equal to 5. Whitney's a 2. 24 for Clark. He's going to make a pass. That'll move over to Hannon. 3:20 to play. That'll get passed up to Hendricks. Force dumping if the center's defense is greater than or equal to 5. Getzlaff is a 2. And 8 is going to be a shot 4 against Hiller. 39 on a shot 4. That's a rebound. Visiting left D, that'll be over to Niedermeyer. 3 minutes to play. That'll get passed up to Perry. Interception of the center and right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 11. Hendricks and Jones are a 4. A 6 for Perry is going to be a shot 3 against Anderson. 26 on a shot 3. That's a rebound. Offensive right wing versus defensive right D. Perry will have that with a 3. That'll be a shot 5 on Anderson. Oh boy. 43 on a shot 5. Another rebound. Defensive left D. Clark with that for Colorado. 2:40 to play here in the third. That'll get passed up to Hendricks. Takeaway if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 6. Whitney's a 3. 40. Oh boy, that's an assist chance. Hendricks making a great pass. Setting up Hannon with a 25. And that's going to get sent wide. We'll have a loose puck situation. Actually, I got to see what happens on a wide shot. Do we just call that? I think we just call that a loose puck, don't we? I believe if it's too high, it just gets sent wide. Yep, looks like it's just a wide shot. But let me see if I can get a little more clarification on that. Well, I'm just going to go with that being a wide shot then, so we'll have a loose puck situation. That'll be the offensive left wing versus the defensive right D plus 7. That'll be Whitney with it for Anaheim. 2:20 to play. That'll get passed up to Chipchura. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 6. Jones is a 3. 26. That'll be a pass. And that'll move over to Niedermeyer. 2 minutes to play here in the third period. 2 minutes. As it is Thursday, I'm watching the timer, so we'll probably have to stop sometime during final score hockey when we get into that, so I can go pick up some of my laundry. Because I do run that on Thursday. That'll get passed up to Ryan. Penalty if the left wing penalty is greater than or equal to 3. Wolski's a 2. 28, that's going to be a giveaway. If the center's break is greater than or equal to 6, Stastny is a 3. He will have control of that for Colorado, though. That'll get passed over to Quincy. Penalty if the center's penalty is greater than or equal to 1. Koivu is a 2. 16, though, that's going to be a pass. That'll get touched up. And a 37 means it'll just be a stoppage of play. No penalty on Koivu, but the face-off will come back to center ice. Face-offs are now even. +2 center, that'll be Koivu with it for Anaheim. That'll get passed over to Niedermeyer. Takeaway if the lefty's take is greater than or equal to 5. Kumiski's a 4. A 5 for Niedermeyer is going to be a shot 1 on Anderson. That's a 21. That's a rebound chance. Defensive center, Stastny with it for Colorado. 1 minute left in the third period. 1 minute. That'll get passed over to Kumiski. Loose puck if the right wing's hit is greater than or equal to 8. Ryan is a 3. That's an 8. That'll be a giveaway. No break for Ryan. 40 seconds left to play. That'll get passed over to Koivu. Forced dump in if the center's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Stastny's a 3. 35, that's an assist chance for Koivu. He's setting up Ryan with a 3. That's a shot 5 on Anderson. An 11 on a shot 5. Rebound, and Anderson's hot. Defensive left D, that'll be Kumiski with it for Colorado. 20 seconds left to play. That'll go up to Wolski. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 5. Ryan is a 3. 27, that'll be a pass. That'll move over to Stewart, and we'll tick off time, but that's the horn to end the game. And the Colorado Avalanche get the only goal of the third period, but that proves to be enough for them to hold out for a 3-1 victory here at home over Anaheim. Arena cheers. Yay! Bear with me while I do my first round of ticker updates for that game. Then we will come back, once I do my cleanup as usual, and we'll ask our friends at Final Score Hockey how the rest of the NHL fared. We are early enough in the season that theoretically the playoff teams have not been set yet. Oop, missed a pawn. I have to say, these business card holders are working so much better for this replay than I ever expected them to. I got them for baseball originally because my original plan was to try to prop every player up for baseball, but that ended up being way too much. So I'm just doing what I got for hockey, and it's actually working very well in both Strat and Inside the Crease. So yeah, very happy with how those business card holders are turning out. While I'm setting up, I will mention that my content schedule for next week is in all kinds of flux. But I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to the end of the video. For now, though, we've got business to attend to as we need to see how the rest of the NHL fared in final score hockey. The Colorado Avalanche pick up this home win, 3-1 over the Ducks. But let's see how the rest of the NHL fared as we start on December 22nd, 2009 with San Jose in Chicago. Sharks with an I-51. That is good for 3. Chicago, 0-36. And that's a big game for Chicago. -61 is -4 columns. So their O, 1, 2, 3, 4 becomes an L. So now they're rolling on column L. 35 is also 3, though. So that means we've got pressure situations all around. San Jose's, both teams are B's, actually. San Jose can't do anything with a 43. Chicago might score with a 62, though. Can San Jose stop them? And yes, they can. Which means that is going to overtime once I update the ticker properly. Chicago with a chance to win first. Blackhawks with an 0-52. That'll get it done, and the Blackhawks will take that win 4-3 in overtime. Predators and the Canucks. Wow, Predators E11 is 0. I don't even have to look at that. Canucks P23. That is 3. The Canucks will take a 3-0 victory over Nashville. Atlanta in Boston. Thrashers H15. That is 1. Bruins G66 is 5. The Bruins will take that one 5-1. Canadiens and the Hurricanes. Wow, 2 16s. Montreal with a G16, that is 1. Carolina with a K16, that is 2. And that's a pressure situation for Montreal. They're an E under pressure. 56 won't get it done for Montreal, though. Carolina will take that one 2-1. Blues and the Flames. Blues G23, that is 2. Flames I64, that is 5. Calgary will take that one 5-2. Blue Jackets and the Stars. Blue Jackets G53, that is a big game for Columbus. 53 is, ooh, that's a bad game. That's down to column A for Columbus. A 55, though, is 2. Dallas I13, that is 1, which means we've got a pressure situation somehow after all of that for Dallas. Dallas is an E under pressure, which a 55 won't help them. Columbus will get that win 2-1. Blackhawks and the Red Wings. Blackhawks K45, that is 3. Red Wings are also a K33, that is 3, which means we've got pressure situations all around. Blackhawks are a B, Red Wings are a C. B66 for Chicago might let them score. B16 won't let Detroit stop them. Chicago will score. Detroit's got to get the equalizer with their net empty. But another 16 won't help them do it. Chicago will take that win 4-3. Oilers and the Wild. Edmonton G11 is 0. Minnesota E32, that is 2. Minnesota will take that win 2-0. Maple Leafs and the Islanders. Maple Leafs G21, that is 1. Islanders E16 is also 1. Pressure situation all around. Both teams are an E. E51 won't do anything for Toronto. Neither will an E13 for New York. which means we are going to overtime where the Islanders can win first. An E62 will get it done for New York. They will take that win 2-1 in overtime. Panthers at the Rangers. Get over here. Some terrible rolls, though. Panthers with a G21. That is good enough for 1. Rangers with an H13. That is also 1. Both teams are E's under pressure. Neither team can do anything with their rolls, which means we go to overtime and the Rangers with their chance to win first. Which neither team will do with their rolls, so we've got the shootout. Round 1. Both teams are D's in the shootout. Florida will score. New York will not. Round 2. Both teams will score. Round 3. If Florida scores here, it's over. Neither team will score, but that's still good enough for Florida to take that win 2-1 in the shootout. On to December 23rd. Actually, still December 23rd. Anaheim in Phoenix to play the Coyotes. Anaheim, G35. That is 2. Phoenix is also a G. They roll a 52. That is 3. Pressure situation for Anaheim. Anaheim is an E under pressure. An 11 will do absolutely nothing for Anaheim. The Coyotes will take that 3-2. Senators and the Penguins. We will be in Ottawa tomorrow night for Strat. Senators, E42. That is 2. Penguins, L35. That is 3. Pressure situation for Ottawa. Both teams are a C under pressure. C55. Ooh, that might let Ottawa score, but a 56, that'll let Pittsburgh stop them. So Pittsburgh will hold on for a 3-2 win late in the third. Flyers and the Lightning. Flyers, I-66 is 5. They wanted this one from the looks of it. Lightning, J45. That is 3. And the Flyers will get that win 5-3. Sabres and the Capitals. Sabres, G53 is a big game for Buffalo. 14 is over to column Z. Wow, Buffalo looks like they came out to play in this one. A Z64, holy cow, is 10. As Buffalo is just teed off on Washington with a Q16, that is 3. Oop. And Buffalo gets that win over Washington, 10-3. December 26th, after the Christmas break. Senators and the Sabres. Senators, F24. That is a big game for Ottawa. +35 gives them +3 columns. So 1, 2, 3. They're rolling on column I now. And a 64 is 5 for Ottawa. Sabres with a J12. That is 1. Senators win 5-1 over the Sabres. Flyers and the Hurricanes. Flyers, holy crap. I-12 is 1. Hurricanes, K34. That is 3. Carolina will get that win, 3-1. Stars at the Avalanche. Stars, H64. That is 5. Colorado, I-13. That is 1. Dallas will take a 5-1 victory over Colorado. Blue Jackets and the Red Wings. Columbus, F65 is 4. Detroit, H62, that is also 4. Pressure situations all around. Columbus is an E, Detroit's a C. E12 won't do anything for Columbus, but a C64 might let Detroit score. Can Columbus stop them? With an E64, yes they can. Columbus will hold on to preserve overtime. Detroit with a chance to win first. Which an H11 won't do, but an F66 will for Columbus. They'll take that win 5-4 in overtime. Blues and the Wild. Blues, G13 is 1. Wild, J23, that is 2. That's a pressure situation for the Blues. The Blues are a D under pressure. A D62 might let them score. Wild with an E52 can't stop them. The Blues will get the equalizer with the net empty, which means we go to overtime, where Minnesota has a chance to win first. Minnesota with a J43 can't get it done. Nope. Neither can the Blues with a actually that was a J14 for the Wild. A G43 won't get it done for the Blues either, which means we've got a shootout. Both teams are a C in the shootout. Round 1. Blues will score. Wild will not. Round 2. Blues will score again. So will the Wild. But unfortunately, well, round 3. If St. Louis scores here or Minnesota doesn't, it's over. Minnesota will score, though, which means we've got round 4. So the next unanswered goal wins it. Which we don't have there. Round 5. Round 6. Round 7. Come on, somebody score and win this game. Round 8. Okay, one of you score so we can end this game. Round 9. You're kidding me. Right. Round 10. This is ridiculous. There we go. Finally, St. Louis will score, Minnesota will not, which means that will be 3-2 for the Blues in the shootout. Good grief. 10 rounds of a shootout. That was ridiculous. Blackhawks and the Predators. Blackhawks, J15. That's a big game for Chicago. 45 is +2. So they were a J. They're rolling on column L now. 41, that is 3. Predators with a K12, that is 1. Chicago will take that game 3-1. Islanders at the Rangers. Islanders, G21, that is 1. Rangers, F61, that is 3. Rangers will take that one 3-1. Kings and the Coyotes. Kings, G12 is 1. Coyotes, J34, that is 3. Coyotes will take that one 3-1. Ducks and the Sharks. Ducks, G61, that is 4. Sharks, K41, that is 3. San Jose, with the pressure situation, they're a B under pressure. A B41 won't let them score, though. Anaheim will take that one 4-3. Thrashers and the Lightning. Thrashers, H35, that is 3. Lightning, G13, that is 1. Atlanta will take that one, 3-1. Canadiens and the Maple Leafs. Canadiens wanted this one, H66 is 5. Maple Leafs, I-25, that is 2. And Montreal will take that one, 5-2. Oilers and the Canucks in another Battle of Canada. Oilers, E32, that is 2. Canucks, K14, that is 1. Pressure situation for Vancouver, they're a B under pressure. But a 16 won't do anything for Vancouver. Edmonton will win that one, 2-1. Devils and the Capitals. Holy crap, I think this is the highest offense I've seen yet in this replay. Devils, E46. That is a big game for New Jersey. And that's a crappy roll for Washington, but we'll come back to that. And 11 sends New Jersey to column A. Ouch, it might not matter. 46, though, is 1. Capitals, R13. That is 3, and still the Capitals take a 3-1 victory, despite a crappy roll. Canucks and the Flames. Canucks, L22, that is 2. Flames, I-14, that is 1. Pressure situation for Calgary. Calgary is a D under pressure. A 14 won't do anything for Calgary. Vancouver will take that win, 2-1. December 27th, Predators and the Blackhawks. Predators, E51 is 3. Blackhawks, O15 is 2. Pressure situation for Chicago. Chicago is a B under pressure. A B11 won't do anything for Chicago. Nashville will take that win, 3-2. Bruins and the Panthers. Wow, high-scoring game from the looks of it. Bruins, I-56, that is 4. Panthers, J65, that is 6. Panthers will take that one, 6-4. Flyers and the Islanders. Flyers, I-21 is 2. Islanders, J21, that is also 2. Pressure situations all around. Flyers are a D, Islanders are an E. Flyers with a D64 might score. Islanders with an E31 can't stop them, so Philadelphia's scored. Islanders now need to find the equalizer. And the E26 won't do it for them, though. The Flyers will take that, 3-2. Maple Leafs and the Penguins. Wow, Maple Leafs, E66 is 4. Penguins, I-25, that is 2. Toronto will take that one, 4-2. Sabres and the Blues. Sabres, I-23 is 2. Blues, J51, that is 3. Pressure situation for the Sabres, they're a C under pressure. A 65 might let them score, but a D65 for St. Louis, that'll let St. Louis stop them. St. Louis will get that win, 3-2. That is your final score hockey for tonight. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we'll be at the Canadian Tire Centre in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, for the Montreal Canadiens at the Ottawa Senators. Saturday morning, Mystical Munchies will conclude out of the Exquisite Exandria Official Critical Role Cookbook as we make the dessert Berry Surprise Pie. Sunday morning, we are starting the Summer of Lovecraft for 2025 with Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The Colorado Avalanche got 1 goal in the third period, but that's plenty to hold off the Anaheim Ducks 3-1. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow.